School City of Hobart, how's it going? Remember that we are ever grateful, ever true. Together, we will protect brickies. Top 10 ways for protecting brickies. It all starts with number one, take the pledge and be organized. So, when you look at that pledge there, I pledge to protect brickies by protecting myself, protecting others, and protecting our Hobart community. How would I go about protecting myself, others, and the Hobart community? It's all about the three W's. Wear a mask, wash your hands, and watch your distance, right? How about the organization part? Use a checklist of things to bring to school daily in order to prevent the need for dropping off items. Why? Again, in order to protect myself, others, and our Hobart community. That's one of the reasons why visitors will be restricted. All right, how about number two? Knowing the symptoms, right? So if you look here, these symptoms are provided by the CDC, the Centers for Disease Control. Symptom number one, temperature of 100.4 degrees Fahrenheit or higher when taken by mouth. Symptom number two, sore throat. Symptom three, new uncontrolled cough that causes difficulty breathing. Notice the little preface here for students with chronic allergic asthmatic cough. We're looking for a symptom, a change in their cough from baseline. The next symptom here, symptom number four, diarrhea, vomiting, or abdominal pain. And last but not least, the CDC's fifth symptom of COVID 19 is new onset of severe headache, especially with a fever. And so if you look at the gold box here, notice what it says. Students and employees will be excluded from on-campus instruction if they test positive for COVID 19 or exhibit one or more of the symptoms of COVID 19 based on CDC guidance that are not otherwise explained by medical history. Examples of medical history might include things like students have symptoms that are not related to COVID 19, such as a cough due to allergies or migraine headaches. Remember that family health care providers may need to provide assistance to help with explaining such medical history. The student's attendance must be reported in Skyward, and COVID 19 symptoms must be reported to nurse at hobart.k12.in.us. Which leads us to number three. Self-screen and report to the school in Skyward. In Skyward, parents will need to report the conditions when calling off a child. Parents will utilize the absence request section in Skyward to do so. There's a separate cast that explains how to use the absence request section in Skyward. And remember that parents will have options to select the symptom or symptoms a child is exhibiting and or will have an opportunity to explain such symptoms as they relate to a known medical condition. How about number four in our top 10 ways to protect brickies? Number four, parents and guardians must communicate information to the school when the child is symptomatic or has been exposed to someone with a COVID 19 positive test. Now, please note what it says here regarding a close contact. This is provided by the CDC. It says that a close contact is a person who spends greater than 15 minutes within 6 feet of a positive COVID 19 person from the 48 hours prior to the positive person's symptom onset or positive collection date if asymptomatic. Note that close contacts need to quarantine at home for 14 days after the date of their last exposure. Again, COVID 19 symptoms or exposure to a COVID 19 positive test must be reported to nurse at hobart.k12.in.us. Which leads us to number five in our top 10. COVID 19 symptomatic or positive test exposure requires return to learn schools. As you can see, the Indiana State Department of Health last updated, as shown here on July 21st of 2020, provides scenarios both for a positive and a negative COVID 19 test and what to do for each situation explained as far as the days of isolation or quarantine that would be required, and other prerequisites to return to school. Number 6, practice good hygiene. This is huge. It goes back to those 3 W's, right? Teach the importance of not touching your face. Teach and reinforce good hygiene practices like hand washing, using hand sanitizer, covering sneezes, coughs, and keeping one's hands to self. Teach the proper use and removal of masks. Don't touch the mask, like not touching your face. And last, remove the mask from the sides of the mask as opposed to the front of the mask. If you go to our website in the page Protect Brickies, that would be www.hobart.k12.in.us/Protect Brickies. There is an amount of great resources there, including videos that go over how to practice good hygiene, including things like washing hands, how to do so, other things that would pertain to those 3 W's, such as taking off and putting on the mask. Which leads us to number 7 in the top 10, mask usage. Teach the importance of wearing a mask. Staff and students are required to wear masks as instructed. Masks are used when moving in the school, like entering the buildings, in the hallways, talking face to face, or when in large crowds. Number 8, in addition to wearing that mask, both of these again go back to those 3 W's. Watch your distance, right? Social distancing, adhering to safe social distancing procedures, which is at recommended 6 feet, and following all safety instructions and signage. And trust me, there is signage all over the place in all of the School City of Hobart buildings to help us protect Brickies. Number 9, food service is boxed and online payment is preferred. And again, last but not least, the bus stops and bus travel require masks. You know what, though? Johan said it best. Plans are subject to change based on guidance from state and local authorities. Again, please visit www.hobart.k12.in.us/Protect Brickies for more information. Thank you, and until next time, go Brickies. Mask up, Brickie up.